Hey everyone! If you enjoyed this video, the full version is available on Patreon. I'll be uploading all my content there going forward.
Chapter 1 Konoha Year 85. Sarada sat in the library reading a book and sighed softly. I really want to see my dad. She was filled with curiosity about the Uchiha clan. I've only read about it in books. The Uchiha clan was inexplicably wiped out. Now only she and her father are still alive in the clan. The Sharingan of the Uchiha clan. I think the highest level is only 3 tomo? Just as Sarada was thinking about something else, the ground suddenly cracked open. What happened? Was it an earthquake? The younger generation looked anxious. Konoha Year 64. The Chunin exams are underway. Hiruzen and Raza were watching the match below. Now, the final match was between Naruto and Hyuga Neji. Naruto, with his indomitable spirit, defeated Neji, a genius. Just as the result of the match was about to be announced, a tremor came from the ground. Everyone looked again. A huge canopy appeared in the sky at some unknown time, blotting out the sun. In the audience. What is that? Sweat dripped down Sasuke's forehead. Kakashi also activated his Sharingan, and his expression turned tense. Hidden Cloud Village. Lei Yunge stood up, staring into the distance, his face filled with shock. Tsunagakure Village. Since Raza went to Konoha, the current acting Kazekage is Granny Cho. Granny Cho looked up at the sky high above, her lips trembling as she spoke. Could it have been Konoha Village? Hidden Mist Village. Shui Ying looked at the scene in the sky, equally shocked. Was it done by Konoha Village? A thought flashed through her mind. Omegakure Village. As a god, Pain's gaze turned icy as he looked at the scene unfolding high above. What is this? Could it be a sign from God? Pain raised his palm. Universal guidance. A gust of wind blew by, but the sky high above remained still. Konan, standing to the side, supported Nagato with a worried expression. Nagato was extremely weak. Pure land space. Tobirama Senju gazed at the distant sky, his eyes cold. Interesting. Is this a ninjutsu researched by a junior? Hey, can you figure out the underlying principles behind this? Hashirama asked, looking at Tobirama with a puzzled expression. Tobirama shook his head. Boruto Uzumaki, hey, what the heck is this screen? Narashikade, Boruto, calm down, maybe this is an enemy illusion. Uchiha Sarada, we can actually speak on this screen. Konoha Village. Sasuke looked at the little girl with glasses high in the sky and felt inexplicably familiar with her. Is this guy also from the Uchiha clan? Uchiha Sasuke, that surname on your back, you're also an Uchiha. Uchiha Sarada, Dad. Inside the library. Sarada's face was filled with shock. Is Dad in this chat group too? And looking at Dad's profile picture, it seems like it's what he looked like when he was a child. Sarada, why is Sasuke-sensei in this chat group? Boruto's face was filled with shock. You know. Sasuke is his idol. If Sasuke is in this chat group, then is the 7th Hokage also in this chat group? Iwabe's expression was equally shocked. After saying that, he looked at Boruto with a hint of envy. Boruto, tell me quickly, what does the 7th Hokage usually do at home? Well. Boruto's lips twitched slightly upon hearing Iwabe's words. The village's 7th Hokage, it turns out, even wears his clothes inside out at home. I don't know if this gets out. Will everyone be shocked? Hiruzen Sarutobi, Sensei, 1st Hokage, are you in this chat group too? Tobirama Senju, not bad, we're in this group too. Monkey, is this a ninjutsu you developed? Hiruzen Sarutobi, Sensei, I don't have such great talent. Hashirama Senju, who's the Hokage now? Hiruzen Sarutobi, ahem. It's me again. Hashirama Senju, 3rd Hokage, you're so old, do you still want to be Hokage? Hiruzen Sarutobi. Akatsuki Organization. The rain fell continuously on the ground. Itachi held an oil paper umbrella. His cool gaze looked up at the sky, his eyes revealing a hint of confusion. He just tried to use illusion to disrupt the screen. However, it didn't have any real effect. Kisame, who was walking next to him, laughed out loud. Life is unpredictable, Itachi-san. This girl named Sarada wasn't killed by Itachi-san. Itachi fell silent. He looked at Sarada's face, and the more he looked, the more familiar she seemed. Could she be Sasuke's daughter? Itachi, with his exceptionally high intelligence, began to analyze the situation rapidly. Konoha village. The instant this screen appeared, Hiruzen then cancelled the Chunin exams and mobilized all the village's fighting force to guard Konoha. Shadows of other villages. The same approach will be adopted. Everyone looked cautious. After all, nobody knows who put this screen there. Boruto Uzumaki, by the way, is dad in this chat group too. Naruto Uzumaki, young Boruto, don't speak yet, this chat group is acting strange. Sai, are you there? Sai Yamanaka, young 7th Hokage, the sensory team has already gone to investigate this chat group. The situation is a bit unusual. Uchiha Sasuke, young, if nothing unexpected happens, this isn't a standard tactic that we ninjas would normally use, is it? Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke? Why are there two Sasukes on the screen? Leaf Village. Naruto walked down the road, looking at Sasuke with a puzzled expression. Sasuke and Naruto locked eyes, then quickly looked away. Yes, there are two Sasukes in the video, not to mention. That girl named Sarada seems to call Sasuke dad. Sakura frowned slightly and began to analyze and draw conclusions. With her exceptionally high intelligence, she quickly came up with a terrifying guess. That is, this chat group allows you to connect with your future self. System, hello. This system is called the Ninja World Editing System. The system's voice rang out, attracting everyone's attention. The screen high in the sky exuded a strong sense of oppression. It seemed as if he could wipe everyone present out with a mere wave of his hand. Everyone swallowed hard. Continue listening to the system explain the rules. Simply put, this is a live streaming system where people can see the ninjas being streamed. You can also earn rewards through chat interaction. System, introduction complete. Drawing in progress. Draw successful, a list of the top 10 strongest Uchiha clan members. Uchiha Sarada, the 10 strongest Uchiha. Sarada's face showed shock. The strongest member of the Uchiha clan should have had cage level strength, right? After all, in her mind, a Jonin was already very powerful. Why is this video making a list of the Uchiha clan? Wasn't the Uchiha clan wiped out? Some disdainful voices came from the crowd. Sarada listened to these comments. She clenched her fists, wanting to argue, but what these people said was indeed true. Katsu no Iwabe, how strong can the strongest member of the Uchiha clan be? Boruto Uzumaki, I guess it's Sasuke's master. Sasuke's master is the strongest. Naruto Uzumaki, upstairs, are you my long-lost father? Minato Namikaze. Alright. The tomato and egg stir-fry combo stared wide-eyed, looking completely bewildered. Tell me, who is this Boruto? Chapter 2. During the Boruto era. Inside the Hokage building. Looking at the messages in the chat group, Shikamaru covered his face, trying hard to suppress a smile. Sai, standing to the side, couldn't help but chuckle as well. Naruto, however, rested his chin on his hands, looking somewhat speechless. He never imagined he could be this clueless as a child. Boruto has already stated that he is the son. So you, as a father, are acknowledging your own son as your father? Boruto Uzumaki, no, I'm your son. Naruto Uzumaki, hey? When did I have a child? Jiraiya, ahem, Kushina, your son is just naturally dull-witted, so you can't blame me. Kushina Uzumaki, Naruto, this chat group can connect with the next generation. Boruto is your son. Naruto Uzumaki, ah. I see. Thank you, sister. By the way, who are you? Minato Namikaze. Hiruzen Sarutobi, ahem, little Naruto, these two are your parents. I didn't reveal it before because you were still young, and to protect your safety. Hiruzen, too, felt a headache coming on after reading Naruto's statement. In order to protect Naruto's safety, he didn't want to tell the truth, but seeing the situation, he had no choice but to continue. Boruto Uzumaki, didn't Dad have a pretty good childhood? Why do I feel like? Just as everyone was about to continue chatting. High up. The screen changed. A line of small text appeared. Retrieving the first inventory item. Retrieval successful. Don't underestimate the name of Shisui the Quick Switch. Now. A new video appeared high in the sky. On a dark and windy night, Itachi and Shisui were walking together, discussing philosophical questions. Upon seeing the figures appear in the video, everyone's expressions turned to shock once again. Uchiha Sasuke, Itachi, UBD, I will definitely kill you. Kakashi Hatake, Sasuke, calm down. Fugaku Uchiha, Sasuke, this is incredibly rude of you. It will damage the clan's image. Uchiha Sasuke, but that BD Itachi killed my whole family. I will definitely avenge you. Uchiha Mikoto, does it really have to be this way? Pure land space. Fugaku and Mikoto both looked pained. They naturally knew the truth behind the Itachi's massacre of the clan. To protect the village and Sasuke, Itachi was forced to take this action. Uchiha Sarada, wait a minute, what was the reason for the massacre of the Uchiha clan? Uchiha Shisui, Itachi, it seems you're still forced to take this path. Uchiha Itachi, system, what exactly are you? Itachi Uchiha panicked, he was afraid the system would expose the truth about his clan massacre. In this way, the Konoha leadership will likely face widespread criticism, and Sasuke may also be implicated. High up. The scene continues. Shisui asked Itachi a strange question, asking him what he thought of the village. Itachi answered truthfully. Hearing their conversation, the viewers of the video also calmed down. Tobirama Senju, the conversation between these two is quite interesting. He's an Uchiha with the will of fire. Hashirama Senju, an Uchiha with the will of fire? That's already quite rare. Uchiha Sarada, is this my uncle? He looks just like my dad. Uchiha Sasuke, in the end, Itachi was a beast too. Tell me honestly, why didn't you choose to kill me back then? Uchiha Itachi. Itachi Uchiha fell silent. How should he answer? Sasuke ran so fast back then. Even Uchiha Madara couldn't catch him. Obito Uchiha, ahem. Inside the cave. Obito, who was still drinking water, almost choked. Sasuke cried out, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Now they turn around and say. Itachi, why didn't you kill me back then? Kakashi Hatake, Obito, so you're in this chat group too. Obito Uchiha. Tobirama Senju, is that brat still alive? Uchiha Madara, cough cough. Pure land space. Madara Uchiha was a little confused. No. How did Tobirama Senju guess that Obito was still alive? Alright. The ninja world now has another unsolved mystery. Minato Namikaze, Second Hokage, you may not know this, but Obito was my proudest student. He sacrificed himself to protect Konoha. Tobirama Senju, I believe he is still alive, because I smell an evil aura on him. Uchiha Izuna, I can't stand it anymore, let's start criticizing. Tobirama Senju, you're just a songstress, aren't you? All you ever say is evil Uchiha. Scattered profanities fill the screen. Uchiha Izuna has been muted for 1 hour. Tobirama Senju, this is what a mad dog looks like, arms crossed. Hashirama Senju, ha ha ha, little brother, you and Izuna are really close. Watching the interactions of their seniors, the younger generation broke out in a sweat. No. Is this how our predecessors spoke? They don't seem to have much skill. The scene continues. Shisui and Itachi were still discussing something. Suddenly I realized something was wrong. Because one of the dark areas was damaged. The secret agent anxiously found the two. In the distance, a wire was wrapped around his leg, and copious amounts of blood were flowing down. Shisui gripped his short sword and chopped down the barbed wire. Far away. 3 masked men are walking towards us. We are all comrades of Konoha, why fight each other? Shisui asked solemnly. Can you just pretend you didn't see anything and leave like this? Root's face was icy cold. If I'm going to hurt my comrades, I have to find out why. Shisui said angrily. Seeing what Xiao Shisui said. The 3 Root members were clearly destined to fight. A battle is about to break out. The people watching the video looked somewhat anxious. How could those 2 kids possibly beat an experienced Jonin? The nameless ones who maintain peace in the shadows. I think that's what a ninja is. Shisui said cautiously. Then we're the same. Root's tone was icy. No, I don't approve of order maintained by force or power. Shisui said, activating his 3 Tomo Sharingan. Upon seeing this, everyone was once again stunned. Shisui looks so young, yet he's already awakened the 3 Tomo Sharingan. Uchiha Sarada, wow, that's amazing, she's already awakened the 3 Tomo Sharingan. Gaara, it seems that awakening the Sharingan in the Uchiha clan is related to innate talent. Tobirama Senju, this Uchiha Shisui is quite good. He possesses a profound will of fire, and his talent is also very strong. Hashirama Senju, at Sasuke Uchiha, how many Tomo Sharingan do you have? Uchiha Sasuke. All right. Seeing that Shisui had awakened the 3 Tomo at his age. Sasuke appears to be the victim of cyberbullying. Wait a minute. Strictly speaking, wouldn't you consider him a genius? After all, he awakened his Sharingan when he was only 7 years old. Uchiha Madara, humph, I didn't expect there to be such talent among the younger generation. The scene continues. Shisui activated the body flicker technique, and he engaged the 2 Root members in combat alone. The weasel was also entangled with one of the roots. Bang bang bang! The battlefield was suddenly split into 2 waves. The water was trampled by hurried footsteps. The blade sparked brilliantly in the cold night wind. Seeing that the water was moving as fast as lightning, the viewers were stunned. The large creature, its base gripping the blade, slashed into the water. Thump! A powerful jet of water splashed high into the air. Shisui quickly jumped to a distance. His figure moved with lightning speed, kicking the big man directly in the neck. However, the big guy wasn't hurt. Ji Shui single-handedly contends with these 2 roots. Keep in mind, this boy looks to be only a teenager. That's incredible. His potential is immeasurable when he grows up. Uchiha Setsuna, I really can't understand why Shisui, this young man, would commit suicide. Hashirama Senju, he committed suicide. Tobirama Senju, brother, calm down. Shisui's suicide was probably forced. Mizukage Terumi Mei, so, who forced you to do that? 4th Raikage, could it be Danzo? Onaki, awesome, that's fast at solving problems. If there's a suspect, then it must have been Elder Danzo. Shimura Danzo. Chapter 3. Hiruzen stared at the chat group messages, sweat beading on his forehead. Kazekage Raza looked at him disdainfully. Humph, old man, you've truly fallen. Even now, you still refuse to admit the truth. Orochimaru, disguised as the Kazekage, was barely suppressing the urge to lick his lips. I'm sorry you had to see this, Lord Feng Ying. Hiruzen gave an awkward smile. In the chat group, Uchiha Sarada, is Itachi's uncle really capable of dealing with Root? Sasuke Uchiha, I know Itachi Uchiha very well. He would never hold back. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, he'll be able to defeat that Root member. Uchiha Itachi. Deidara, Itachi, your little brother seems really noisy. Kisame Hashigaki, Itachi-san, do you need me to help you kill this Sasuke? The rain poured down, and Itachi, holding his oil paper umbrella, fell silent. No need, I can handle Sasuke myself, Itachi said coldly. I see, as expected of Itachi-san. Kisame's lips curled up, revealing his shark-like teeth. The scene continues. Kid, you should surrender now. We outnumber you, and we have the advantage. The Root member said with a sneer. Don't underestimate the power of the Uchiha. On the other side, the weasel uses a spiral movement technique. Soon, that solved the problem of the Root members in front of them. Everyone was shocked to see Itachi's behavior as a child. Both of these boys are geniuses. Uchiha Sarada, as expected of my uncle. Uchiha Sasuke, it's nothing special. I could do it at this age too, if I just felt like it. Boruto Uzumaki, that's right, if Sasuke-sensei gets really into a good mood, even those two combined couldn't beat him. Uchiha Sasuke, cough cough. Sasuke was somewhat embarrassed. He never expected that his foolish apprentice, Boruto, would actually believe his boast. Of course, Sasuke is indeed no match for Shisui and Itachi right now, but who knows what the future holds. Pain, those two boys are too naive. Only force can achieve lasting peace. Hashirama Senju, impossible. Love can move people to harmony. Pain, het. Kagaya Otsutsuki, bubbling. Golden Horn, how can love possibly transform people? The first Hokage was so naive. Silver Horn, exactly. Exactly. Mizukage Mei Terumi, the first Hokage is different from what I heard. I always thought he was very serious. Fourth Raikage, humph, I bet those titles are all just empty boasts. I'd love to have a one-on-one duel with the Ashura of the shinobi world. Uchiha Madara, these mere grains of sand are not even half as good as me. Fourth Raikage, humph, you're quite the smooth talker. Noki, you guys are still too naive. The scene continues. The music ignited at that moment. Shisui single-handedly takes on two Jonin. Bang bang bang. The blade was wielded by Shisui with incredible speed. Shizuku's gaze was calm, as if he were completely at ease. Itachi seems to be alright, so I'd better finish this quickly too. Shizuku performed a backflip to create distance. He quickly formed hand seals. Soon, he used his instantaneous movement technique. Don't underestimate the name of Shisui the Instantaneous. That matches the title perfectly. The boy in the distance suddenly turned into two people. The number is increasing. In a very short moment, numerous clones of Uchiha Shisui appeared on the pool. Root members witnessed this scene. His face showed shock. They thought it was just a simple shadow clone technique. No, something seems off. Because each clone has a physical form. One of them swung a knife at them, and the two quickly parried. You can defend against the clone in front of you, but you can't defend against the one on the other side. The blade continued to slash. Soon, one of them was defeated. The burly man, his face contorted with rage, slammed his fist into the ground. Bang! A large amount of water splashed up from the ground, and the water sprayed irregularly into the air. In an instant. In the distance, it seemed as if a mirage appeared. A large group of Uchiha Shisui gripped their swords with both hands, staring at them with icy eyes. The water gradually rises into the air. The viewers were in a state of extreme shock. The most shocked were the younger generation. Obito Uzumaki, impressive, isn't it? This is probably even stronger than Konohamaru-sensei. Mitsuki, is this what the seniors' battles are like? Kuno Iwabe, this is terrifying, what kind of era are we living in? Akimichi Chako, the fighting in our time was like child's play. Compared to these real sword fights, it really doesn't seem worth mentioning. Sarutobi Mirai, the body flicker technique is just too powerful. The younger generation looked on in shock. Everyone stared intently at the scene high in the sky. Is this the instantaneous stillness of water? Is this the Uchiha clan? The scene continues. They weren't hit, which means it had no effect. But their attacks have a physical form, how is that possible? The big guy pondered. The water flowed like rain, splashing and pattering onto the ground. My body flicker technique has no physical form, but you could also say that everyone is a physical entity. Ji Shui's cold voice came from behind. At that moment, a whistle sounded in the distance. The exercise was forced to stop. The burly man gave the two teenagers a meaningful look, then led his teammates in a hasty retreat. The scene ends here, freezing on Shisui's face. System, this is Shisui of the 12-year-old body flicker technique, a genius of the Uchiha clan. Hiruzen Sarutobi, Shisui is a good boy. Uchiha Kagami, Hiruzen. Pure land space. Uchiha Kagami fell silent, unsure whether to reveal the truth. That was Danzo who killed him. Next, we'll play a famous scene from Shisui. A single eye awakens Susanoo. At this time, upon seeing the scene from high above, the Uchiha clan members' pupils contracted violently. Uchiha Tetsuka, Susanoo? Is this the legendary Mangekyo Sharingan? Uchiha Spark, so it's Madara Uchiha Sai. Uchiha Madara, interesting, I didn't expect that one of my clan's descendants would actually awaken the Mangekyo Sharingan. Hashirama Senju, so what exactly caused Shisui to commit suicide? Shimura Danzo, ahem, anyway, it has nothing to do with me. Orochimaru, by the way, second Hokage, is there something you'd like to know, about the Byakugan used by Kumagakure to ambush the Hyuga clan? Tobirama Senju, I don't want to know for now. Chapter 4. Danzo was starting to panic. He was afraid that if the video were released, people would criticize him. At that point, forget about becoming Hokage. Whether he can maintain this position is a question. Tobirama Senju, humph, I am curious, Shisui is such a good child. How could someone be so foolish? There's definitely someone behind Konoha village pulling strings. Hiruzen Sarutobi, teacher. Mizukage Terumi, I'm guessing it was Danzo who did it. Fourth Raikage, +1, I also bet it was Danzo who did it. Obito Uzumaki, really, why would the Konoha hire UPS do something like this? Uchiha Sarada, I can't imagine. Naruto Uzumaki, young the Uchiha clan's affairs were supposed to be a secret, but now they've been exposed. Sigh. Uchiha Sasuke, young, so what if it's been exposed? This isn't the time to be discussing this. The following is the plot of Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm. This content is not shown in the anime, but I have compiled it all here, so please feel free to watch. The scene continues. Sunlight streamed into a grove of trees. Shisui and Itachi stood facing each other. Shi Shui raised one hand. Itachi also raised one hand. Immediately afterwards, the surrounding space distorted. A gust of wind blew by. A large number of white doves flew away into the distance. White dove feathers drifted to the ground. The two opened their eyes at the same time. Awaken the Sharingan. They charged towards each other like that. Shisui was naturally stronger than Itachi Uchiha, after all, he was older. Itachi was quickly defeated. If it's a contest of illusions. As expected, brother Shisui is still the most amazing. Seeing this scene, the people watching the video, his pupils constricted again. Kakashi Hatake, really? Someone's genjutsu skills are even better than Itachi's. Kurane Ui, are you kidding me? Shisui's genjutsu is even more powerful than Itachi's. Deidara, holy crap, is Shisui really that strong? I never imagined someone could be even more skilled in genjutsu than Itachi. Kisame ha Shigeki, Itachi-san, what do you say? Uchiha Itachi, my genjutsu was all taught to me by Shisui-kun. Uchiha Sasuke, humph, that's nothing special, I could do that too, if I just felt like it. Swoboran. During the Boruto era, Boruto gazed at the scene unfolding high above and fell silent. He always feels like Sasuke's master is bragging. Is Shisui's illusion technique really that powerful? Truly worthy of being an enemy from the 7th generation's era? Wasabi Izuno remarked with emotion. That's right. Compared to our predecessors during the 7th Hokage's era, we, the new generation, are living far too comfortably. Denki nodded. The scene continues. Shisui looked at Itachi with gentle eyes. The two sealed their reconciliation. Camera switching. The back mountain of the Uchiha clan. The two are discussing what they need to do. This time, the clan planned a coup. Shisui planned to activate Kota Amatsukami to control Fugaku. Get Fugaku Uchiha to stop the coup. Upon witnessing this scene, the viewers fell silent. Isn't that a bit too risky? What if it fails? Noki, if you don't understand, just ask. What's the principle behind the Kota Amatsukami eye technique? 4th Raikage, humph, probably just some flashy but useless ability. Uchiha Shisui, you'll find out as you watch on. The scene continues. Hokage's office. Shisui quickly reported the Uchiha situation to his superiors. Anyway, a coup was inevitable. Now, Hiruzen fell silent. If a fight breaks out, it will benefit neither side. So what should be done next? Wait, I have other ideas, and I'd like to try them, Shisui interrupted the others. A countermeasure? Hiruzen asked, looking somewhat confused. It's no use listening to him now, there's no more topic to change things up. Danzo's face was icy. His goal was to wipe out the Uchiha clan as quickly as possible, his initial intention was for the sake of the village. We must deal with these Uchiha no matter what. Seeing this, the viewers of the video felt a sense of disgust towards Danzo. Shisui, what's your proposed solution? Hiruzen asked, looking somewhat confused. With my Mangekyo Sharingan. Shisui revealed his trump card. As soon as he finished speaking, Hiruzen's pupils contracted violently. Danzo's breathing worsened. He stared at Shisui in shock. Do you know the consequences of doing this? You will be held guilty of using illusion magic against the clan leader. Hiruzen looked at the child in front of him with a complicated expression. Shisui shook his head. He had already prepared himself for this, and then he explained the principles of Kota Amatsukami to everyone. Danzo's expression grew increasingly excited as he listened. Tobirama Senju, I roughly know what will happen next. Hashirama Senju, Danzo, why did you do this? These Uchiha are also part of Konoha. Shimura Danzo, 1st Hokage, you probably don't know this. Hiruzen is too indecisive, under his leadership, Konoha will inevitably decline. Tobirama Senju, Danzo, I really want to slap you. Pure Land Space. Tobirama Senju looked at his disciple's words with anger. He never expected Danzo to turn out like this. Kakashi Hatake, my father's death was also related to Lord Danzo, wasn't it? Sakumo Hatake, Kakashi. Pain, humph, the great powers are as hypocritical as ever. Within the Akatsuki organization, Pain gazed at the sky high above, his eyes cold. These very Konoha ninjas were responsible for the deaths of his parents. Obito stood in the shadows. His face, hidden beneath the mask, was somewhat gloomy. It was these damned Konoha high-ranking officials who killed Nohara Rin. Boruto's new generation. The students at the Ninja Academy looked at the scene high in the sky with disdain. Is the Uchiha clan all just bragging? Exactly. The village wouldn't even let us investigate the Uchiha clan, and in the end, they were all wiped out anyway. Hearing the whispers of the students around him, Sarada clenched her fists. She wouldn't allow these classmates to insult her family. Chudeo quickly stopped her best friend. Sarada doesn't need to pay attention to those people. In my opinion, the Uchiha clan is very powerful. But Sarada hesitated, unable to finish her sentence. Every time she wanted to investigate matters concerning the Uchiha clan, the final result was always unable to be found. It seems the higher UPS don't want the villagers to know the history of the Uchiha clan. Sarada is getting more and more curious now. Why was the Uchiha clan wiped out? The scene continues. Shisui stood on a tree branch, staring into the distance, determined to stop this coup. Just as they were about to take action, several kunai flew from the bushes in the distance. Ji Shui quickly disappeared from his spot and stood steadily on another branch. Several members of the roots rushed towards him. Shisui held a kunai in one hand. He single-handedly thwarted several sneak attacks by the Secret Service. Shi Shui's figure quickly disappeared from everyone's sight. They ran towards the light in the distance. In the blink of an eye, a large number of root members surrounded him. Who is the mastermind behind this? Shisui's mind raced. Such swift movements. No wonder you're called Shisui of the instantaneous movement. Danzo emerged from the bushes, his eyes fixed on him. Danzo. Shisui stared at Danzo in the distance, his eyes icy. You may all step back. Danzo stood in front of the group. A gust of wind blew by, and the scene looked very tense. What are your plans? Why are you getting in my way? Ji Shui asked, her eyes filled with confusion. Able to infiltrate the mind of an opponent and create a world that appears incredibly realistic. Kota Amatsukami, you actually intend to use such precious power to stop a mere coup? Danzo's tone was somewhat disdainful. Unexpectedly, the heir of the Uchiha clan doesn't know the true use of the Sharingan. Upon seeing this, the expressions of those watching the video turned somewhat cold. Mizukage Terumi Mei, so after all that talk, isn't it just that you want this Kota Amatsukami? Onaki, Danzo probably wants to use Kota Amatsukami to control Hiruzen so he can become Hokage. Fourth Raikage, the Konoha village has some really big gossip going on. The higher UPS are actually this kind of people. Uchiha Sasuke, Itachi, are you hiding something from me? Uchiha Itachi. Chapter 5. Madara is only at Versailles. When the story unfolds and we see Madara opening Susanoo without eyes, Shisui will be dumbfounded, and the new generation will be even more confused. Akatsuki Organization. Itachi fell silent. This video will eventually reveal the whole truth. What should we do then? Kakashi Hatake, Sasuke, calm down. Uchiha Sasuke. Obito Uchiha, humph, I didn't expect Konoha to be so hypocritical. Minato Namikaze, Obito. Pure Land Space. Seeing Danzo's actions in the video, Hashirama frowned. Tobirama, standing to the side, also looked rather grim. As for Madara Uchiha, he doesn't care about the Uchiha at all. After all, he gave the Uchiha a chance when he was young. At that time, he planned to lead his entire clan in a defection. When he walked out of the gates of Konoha, not a single person chose to follow him. Tobirama Senju, monkey, why didn't you stop Danzo from doing something like this? Hiruzen Sarutobi, sensei, I don't know either. Uchiha Izuna, you don't know what a songstress is, do you? Holy crap, I've finally unlocked her powers. Uchiha Itachi, Izuna, calm down. Uchiha Izuna, calm down my A. Why was our Uchiha clan wiped out? Fourth Raikage, ha ha ha, let's enjoy this. Orochimaru, ha ha ha, old man, you're really indecisive. Tobirama Senju, monkey, Orochimaru just messaged me privately. The Hyuga clan leader killed several Kumigakure ANBU members, and you, to quell his anger, chose to apologize to Kumigakure? Hiruzen Sarutobi, Orochimaru, you traitor. Hokage's office. Hiruzen was so angry after seeing Orochimaru's comment that he almost coughed up blood. Why did Orochimaru, that traitorous disciple, suddenly bring this up? Hashirama Senju, monkey, is what Orochimaru said true? Hiruzen Sarutobi, First Hokage, I was forced to do this. Tobirama Senju, you monkey, sigh. Pure land space. Tobirama was not an unreasonable person. After making some inquiries, he understood that Konoha village was facing economic difficulties at the time. The monkey did this out of desperation. But how did the once mighty first ninja village suddenly become like this? The scene continues. Even if you control them with your eye techniques, as long as the Uchiha clan exists, the village's suspicion of them will not disappear, Danzo said coldly. He was determined to kill these Uchiha no matter what. After some discussion, Shisui was unable to persuade Danzo no matter what he tried. Danzo rushed over quickly, intending to take Shisui's eyes. But soon, Danzo was then struck down by the illusion. Upon seeing their master injured, the members of the root organization began to act desperately. They all threw the kunai they were holding at me. Because of the need for a war of attrition, Shisui was completely unaware that Danzo had used Izanagi. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Danzo quickly stole one of Shisui's eyes. Shisui felt a sharp pain. He decisively threw away the smoke and planned to leave first. Shi Shui stepped on the tree branch. He glanced at the roots that were relentlessly pursuing him, and his expression was equally grim. He drew his short sword and cut the kunai that was charging at him in half. A hypnotic grenades were quickly thrown over. He accidentally inhaled some of the water and soon became somewhat unconscious. In his line of sight, everything around me became blurry. Hateful. Seeing that the root members had surrounded him, Shisui looked anxious. He can't afford to give up now. Susanoo. Bang. Above the forest, a violent explosion occurred in the distance. At this moment, everyone stared at the smoke in the distance, their expressions cautious. Susatsukumo. The water-stopping Susanoo controlled the energy, and a laser beam quickly shot out from its chest. Amidst the distant smoke, the patterns of the Mangekyo Sharingan appeared. With a violent explosion, a huge green figure appeared in the air. In just a moment, a large number of the root members were killed by these green lights. Seeing this scene, everyone in the entire ninja world gasped in shock. What is this force? Onaki, this is Susanoo. The most shocked person was Onaki. After all, he still vividly remembers the oppressive feeling that Madara Uchiha had inflicted on him back then. Uchiha Fugaku, I have something to say. Uchiha Sarada, Grandpa, what do you want to say? Uchiha Fugaku, Shisui, why did you have to use your Kota Amatsukami on me? If you directly control Hiruzen, how could so many things still happen? Uchiha Shisui. Boruto Uzumaki, yet, why didn't Shisui control Hiruzen? Naruto Uzumaki, young son, calm down. Uchiha Izuna, you people just keep talking nonsense. Ignoring the key points, didn't you all see that? Shisui could activate Susanoo with only one eye. Uchiha Madara, Shisui's talent is probably far superior to mine. Madara was only at Versailles. Later, when the story unfolded that Madara had no eyes and had activated Susanoo, the new generation was completely dumbfounded. Pure land space. Madara Uchiha gave it the highest praise. To be able to activate Susanoo with only one eye, his talent is probably no less than his, right? Minato Namikaze, that's amazing. Putting aside Susanoo, just based on Kota Amatsukami alone, Shisui's strength should be enough to rank him among the Kage, right? Inoue Wabe, the Uchiha clan is truly amazing. Raimon Denki, yet. Now I finally know why the village wouldn't let us investigate the Uchiha clan. Boruto. The younger generation stared at Sarada Uchiha in shock. No one expected Sarada's family to be so powerful. It turns out they were just too narrow-minded. The scene continues. The root members stared in terror into the distance. The green giant in the distance. He gripped the blade and stared intently at everyone present. Shisui was panting heavily. His body swayed precariously, and the Susanoo on his body was quickly dissipating. Taking advantage of this time, just as everyone was about to launch an attack, a string of fire dragons swiftly attacked from afar, burning the roots to death. Itachi picked up Shisui and led him to a safe place. Don't you have a mission? I have a bad feeling, so. Itachi's expression was complicated. Is that so? Shisui looked at Itachi in front of him, weakly curving his lips into a smile. The sunlight shone on the two of them. It was dark all around, but there was light only in the area where the two of them were. I'm so sorry to have troubled you. It now appears that the Uchiha coup is beyond saving. Shisui had an extreme idea. He intended to use his death to warn the Uchiha clan. Even he, the strongest in his clan. They too were defeated by Konoha village, not to mention the ordinary Uchiha. Before Ji Shui jumped off the cliff, he entrusted his Mangekyo Sharingan to Itachi. Watching his dearest friend die, a surge of anger welled up inside him. Bang! At the young age of 12, Itachi Uchiha successfully awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. The image finally freezes here. System, Uchiha Shisui's inventory complete. Selecting the next inventory target. Chapter 6. Boruto Uzumaki, the Uchiha clan is so cool, why am I not from the Uchiha clan? Naruto Uzumaki, young. 4th Kazekage Raza, kid, if you do this, won't your dad be cheated on? At this time. This concludes the review of images related to still water. The conspiracy theories surrounding Konoha village were subsequently exposed. Exposed to public opinion. Hiruzen is a really good person. He worried about the Uchiha clan constantly. But he never expected that his old friend Danzo would do such a thing. Sigh, it's all my fault for being so indecisive. Hiruzen sat in his chair and sighed wearily. 3rd Hokage, you don't need to blame yourself like this. Orochimaru, disguised as Raza, grinned sinisterly. Thank you for your comfort, Lord Fengying. Now. During the Boruto era, Sarada stared blankly at the first Shisui figured out in the video. Those classmates who initially mocked the Uchiha clan quickly became dumbfounded. No. Was Shisui the most powerful member of the Uchiha clan? That does seem pretty impressive. By the way, Sarada, your uncle has unlocked the kaleidoscope. Kizuno Iwabe walked over, his face showing surprise. Yes, Itachi Nii is really handsome. Her best friend Chudeide nodded, her face showing some excitement. Upon closer inspection, Itachi really does look like Sasuke's master. Boruto stared at the scene above, his face filled with astonishment. So, Shisui must be the strongest member of the Uchiha clan, right? Tsubaki hesitated, then stopped herself from speaking. No way. Sasuke-sensei is the strongest. Boruto said, his face showing some dissatisfaction. Speaking of Boruto, you're really going to rave about Sasuke a bit too much. Shikade, Boruto's best friend, couldn't stand it anymore. Logically speaking, the most powerful person in the ninja world should be the 7th Hokage, right? Although it's rumored that Mr. Sasuke can rival the 7th Hokage. But that's just a rumor. It's probably fake, right? What? Shikade, I'm just stating the facts. Boruto said, sounding somewhat annoyed. Boruto is right, I've heard it from my dad. Sasuke's strength is comparable to the 7th Hokage. Mitsuki's eyes softened. Hey! Everyone turned to look at Mitsuki with puzzled expressions. By the way, who are your parents, Siu? We don't think you've ever mentioned them before. System, next inventory target successfully selected. A rundown of Uchiha Fugaku. Uchiha Fugaku, shall we take stock of me? Uchiha Sasuke, what does dad do? Sasuke looked somewhat confused. Surely his father couldn't possibly have the Mangekyo Sharingan too, could he? If that's the case, then Sasuke is really going to break down. My dad has a kaleidoscope. Itachi has the kaleidoscope Sharingan, so it turns out he's the weakest one? The scene continues. The original work does not explain Fugaku Uchiha's abilities, so this is a fan-fiction setting where Fugaku's Mangekyo Sharingan can foresee the future. In the future seen by Fugaku, a coup was inevitable because Shisui was dead. The Uchiha clan was determined to take revenge on Konoha village no matter what. Once a conflict breaks out, other countries will seize the opportunity to attack. The current fighting strength of Konoha village is already weak. If war were to actually break out, the consequences would be unimaginable. Itachi, with his Hokage-like mindset, naturally considered this point. But when it came down to killing his own family, he still couldn't bring himself to do it. It wasn't until Danzo took the initiative to threaten Itachi, even using Sasuke as leverage. If Itachi doesn't act according to his plan, then he will send someone to kill Sasuke. Upon hearing the name Sasuke, Itachi's pupils contracted. Pain, humph, the higher UPS of Konoha are so hypocritical. Yamano Inajin, Danzo is such a wicked guy. Akimichi, that's really mean, threatening Itachi like that. Kuratsuki, if you don't understand, just ask. So, does that mean Itachi is a good person? Onaki, not necessarily. There has to be some ambiguity in everything. Uchiha Madara, humph, I knew this would happen. You didn't choose to defect from Konoha with me back then. Uchiha Setsuna, Lord Madara, we've been waiting for you for ages at the back gate of Konoha, but we haven't seen you. Uchiha Spark, yeah, the next day, when everyone woke up, they realized you'd walked through the main gate. Boruto Uzumaki, he defected through the main gate. Is this Madara Uchiha really that powerful? Uchiha Sasuke, humph, just a remnant of the old era. Fugaku Uchiha, Sasuke, how dare you speak to your ancestors like that? Apologize right now. Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Madara, this Sasuke looks quite a bit like Izuna. Hashirama Senju, ha ha ha, Madara, you see that this Sasuke looks like Izuna, you definitely won't have the heart to kill him, right? Uchiha Madara, that's true, after all, I'm not a bad person. Sasuke Uchiha, why do I feel a slight pain in my chest? The scene continues. Uchiha clan territory. Fugaku awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan, and he quickly predicted the future. I never imagined the future would develop like this. Having no other choice, Fugaku had no choice but to believe in his child. Alright. Upon seeing this, everyone fell silent. 4th Kazekage Raza, no, Fugaku, are you just giving up already? Mizukage Terumi Mei, Fugaku is a veteran Mangekyo Sharingan user, while Uchiha Itachi only recently awakened his Mangekyo Sharingan, how could he possibly defeat Fugaku? Uchiha Sasuke, I didn't expect Dad to have the Mangekyo Sharingan too. Alright. Looking at the scene from high above, Sasuke fell silent. It seemed like he was the weakest member of this family. Uchiha Sarada, Dad, when you were my age, how many tomo were you? Uchiha Sasuke, 2 tomo. Uchiha Sarada. Sarada was a little confused. Wasn't her father supposed to be a genius? How come it's only 2 tomo? Uchiha Sasuke, is there a problem? Boruto Uzumaki, as expected of Sasuke's teacher, he's too strong. Uchiha Sasuke, that's right, you'll be my future apprentice, won't you? Learn well from me. Boruto Uzumaki, I understand. If I learn the spiral movement technique, I can become as strong as Master Sasuke. Uchiha Shisui, Sasuke, you're such a naive child. Uchiha Itachi, Shisui nii. Uchiha Shisui, Itachi, are you really not going to tell the truth? Uchiha Itachi. The scene continues. That night, Fugaku found Itachi and brought him to the Naka shrine. The campfire crackled and popped as it burned. Fugaku crossed his arms and looked at the stone monument in front of him. Only those with the Sharingan can decipher this stone tablet. But I can only understand half of it. You possess the Mangekyo Sharingan, so you should be able to understand more, right? Fugaku crossed his arms, his tone carrying a deeper meaning. Do you want me to tell you the contents? Itachi's expression was somewhat disdainful. In his view, his father had only sought him out because he feared his Mangekyo Sharingan. That's not necessary. Fugaku slowly turned his head. Now. The 3 tomo in his eyes began to slowly rotate, transforming into complex patterns. Kaleidoscope. Itachi's pupils contracted sharply. Father, how come you have this too? During the Third Shinobi World War, my friend sacrificed himself to save me. Amidst blood and tears, I awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan. Fugaku clenched his fist. He then returned to the main topic and continued explaining the contents of the stone tablet. Now, the people of the ninja world watched the scene unfolding high in the sky. The pupils contracted violently. Uchiha Sarada, Grandpa, are you trying to rebel? Uchiha Fugaku, yes, that was indeed my thought at the time. Kuno Iwabe, this is so scary. During the Boruto era, everyone looked at Sarada with strange eyes. Sarada's family are actually fandoms? They actually want to destroy Konoha? The Uchiha clan is way too radical. Besides, that Mangekyo Sharingan is incredibly powerful. Their fighting strength is simply incomparable to that of their time. Boruto Uzumaki, the Sharingan is so cool. Naruto Uzumaki, hey, son, calm down. Chapter 7. Boruto Uzumaki, I can't calm down. Kakashi Hatake, boy, once you really have the Sharingan, you won't want it. Boruto Uzumaki, Kakashi senpai, why do you say that? Kakashi Hatake, sigh, it's all tears when I think about it. Obito Uchiha. Minato Namikaze, Obito, how are you doing in the Pure Land? Inside the cave. Obito looked at Minato's concern for him with a hint of disdain. Humph, as a teacher, you didn't even recognize your own student. That's utterly pathetic. Obito shook his head, but for the sake of the plan, he had to continue pretending. Obito Uchiha, Minato-sensei, I'm doing very well here. Tobirama Senju, something's not right. I smell a lie on you. Uchiha Madara. Black Zetsu. Hashirama Senju, Madara, and this dark, slippery eel, why do you two look so shocked? The scene continues. The atmosphere grew increasingly tense. Although you can only understand half of it, once you finish reading, you'll understand that Itachi, the current situation of the Uchiha clan is not right. Fugaku's face was icy. Even so, we must overthrow it by force. Itachi was interrupted before he could finish speaking. The village's higher UPS fear us, so they persecute us. They're afraid of the Sharingan's power. They're worried that the Uchiha will use the Sharingan to control the Nine Tails. Itachi said slowly. This is the legend of Madara Uchiha. Since him, no one has done it again. Whether it's even possible is unknown, yet the higher UPS are afraid of the spirits of the past and have isolated us. Fugaku's face was icy. Seeing the scene from high above, the viewers were shocked once again. Uchiha Sarada, control the Nine Tails? With the Sharingan? Sarada was completely bewildered. Was the Sharingan really that powerful? In her understanding, the Sharingan is merely a tool to enhance Shuriken. It's no wonder Sarada thinks that way. After all, she was a child who grew up in a peaceful era and did not need to experience war. Uchiha Izuna, you, my clan's junior, have no idea how powerful the Sharingan is. Fourth Raikage, this Sharingan is completely overhyped, it doesn't seem that strong. Mizukage Terumi Mei, same as above. Onaki, you guys are too naive. You have no idea about the true power of the Sharingan, which is the complete Susanoo. Fourth Kazekage Raza, Onaki, I think you're just chickening out. You're always praising Uchiha Madara. Pain, I am a god, this Sharingan cannot harm me at all. Deidara, yeah, our boss is amazing. Haiden, our boss must be the strongest fighter in the ninja world, right? Jiraiya, Yahiko, how did you steal Nagato's eyes? Jiraiya's expression became complicated. He hasn't returned to Omegakure for a while, what happened? Is this really the Yahiko he remembers? Holy crap! The scene continues. Since they're afraid, then we have no choice but to rule them. Fugaku's face was icy. His words implied that he was preparing to launch a coup. At the same time, Fugaku told Itachi everything he foresaw about the future. Itachi quickly broke out in a cold sweat. He was completely unable to resist Fugaku Uchiha's genjutsu, which is enough to show that Fugaku's Mangekyo Sharingan power was far superior to Itachi Uchiha's. Uchiha Sarada, what should we do next? Will my uncle still choose to help Konoha? Boruto Uzumaki, this looks dangerous no matter how you look at it. Kunino Iwabe, indeed. Sarada's clansmen are incredibly powerful. During the Boruto era, the younger generation stared at Sarada in shock, none of them had expected Sarada and her family to be so amazing. Uncle Uchiha Itachi was not only handsome, but he also had the Mangekyo Sharingan. As for Sarada's father, his identity is somewhat unclear. This is understandable, since Sasuke is on a classified mission and it's inconvenient for him to leak information. I really don't know what Dad is doing now. Sarada looked at the chat group high in the sky, her expression somewhat complicated. The scene continues. In the shadows. With his arms crossed, Fugaku Uchiha quickly activated his Mangekyo Sharingan. In his envisioned future, he successfully controlled the Nine Tails, causing it to attack Konoha village. The entire village was in chaos, with numerous scenes of collapse and destruction appearing. The younger generation, witnessing this brutal scene on screen, were gripped by panic. This is terrifying. What kind of family is Sarada's? They all seem like monsters. Kunio Iwabe, what a terrifying clan. Uchiha Izuna, that's it? He's not even half as good as my older brother. Akizuno Wasabi, are you kidding me? Such immense strength, and you're still not as strong as the Ashura of the ninja world. Tsubaki, Sarada's family is so scary. Uchiha Sarada. During the Boruto era, the new generation looked at Sarada with expressions of horror. At first, everyone thought that the Uchiha clan was just an ordinary bunch. But I never expected that this family would actually rebel, and that each member of them would be so powerful. Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke's dad was that strong? Then my dad must be Minato Namikaze, ha ha ha. Kushina Uzumaki, Naruto, your father is the fourth Hokage, so his strength is beyond question. Tobirama Senju, why do I feel like Naruto is just as clueless as his older brother? Hashirama Senju, little brother, I'm actually very smart, okay. Tobirama Senju, het. Hashirama Senju, Madara, do you think I'm smart or not? Uchiha Madara, very clever. Hashirama Senju, yaa, Madara is so good to me. The scene continues. The weasel was panting heavily, large beads of sweat dripping from its forehead onto the ground. Fugaku gave Itachi a meaningful look. Itachi, as long as you're here, we can catch the higher UPS off guard and take control. While small-scale battles are unavoidable, with your help as a member of the Anbu, the bloodless revolution can succeed. A bloodless revolution. Itachi murmured to himself. Seeing his father pleading with him, Itachi's expression became even more complicated. He quickly reached the upper echelons of Konoha. Report the clan's situation to the Konoha leadership. Really? The Uchiha clan is still planning a coup. Uchiha Sarada, does it have to be this way? Can't Konoha and the Uchiha clan coexist peacefully? Tobirama Senju, I'm afraid that's impossible. I never expected these younger generations of Konoha to be so cowardly. Hashirama Senju, young master. Pure land space. Hashirama Senju's expression became complicated. How was he going to explain this to Madara Uchiha later? After all, he had promised Madara Uchiha that he would protect the Uchiha clan. But I never expected it to turn out like this. Well, of course, Hashirama didn't know that Tsunade was now the only member of the Senju clan left. Chapter 8. Boruto Uzumaki, this atmosphere is suffocating. Sasuke Uchiha, I never expected something like this to happen. Itachi, why did you hide the truth from me back then? And why didn't you kill me? Uchiha Itachi. Obito Uchiha, ahem. Kakashi Hatake, Obito, why are you coughing? Are you feeling unwell? Minato Namikaze, yeah, Obito, you need to cover yourself with more blankets when you sleep in the Pure Land, otherwise you'll catch a cold at night. The scene continues. The plot has returned to normal. Itachi Uchiha made his choice quickly. He stood on the high platform, watching her younger brother interact with his classmates. Itachi Uchiha leaned against the wall, his expression gentle. A gust of wind blew by, and the weasel's hair fluttered. In order to allow Sasuke to grow up in a peaceful environment, he decided to become the executioner himself. That night, Itachi Uchiha found the masked man from before and began to cooperate with him. The masked man agreed, so let's turn the world upside down together. Uchiha Sarada, is this masked man, also from our Uchiha clan? Boruto Uzumaki, they all seem so strong. Raimon Denki, I never imagined that the seemingly glamorous Hidden Leaf Village would hide such darkness. Pain, that's how great powers are, always so hypocritical. Deidara, the boss is right. Onaki, Deidara, you traitor, get back to the village right now. The scene continues. Itachi put on the mask and stared at his house in the distance, his face cold. A vortex twisted. Obito gripped the blade, his body flashing and weaving. He looks like a murderer, exuding a sense of oppression. On the other side, Uchiha Itachi, wielding his sword, slaughtered all the civilians in the street. Large amounts of blood continued to flow out. Itachi Uchiha had completely gone mad. Soon, he saw Uchiha Izumi, the girl he had been longing for. Itachi, suppressing his grief, activated the 70-year Tsukuyomi on Izumi. He allowed the girl to live a happy and fulfilling life with him within the illusionary space. As a result, Itachi Uchiha contracted a bloodline disease. After turning a corner, Itachi Uchiha soon spotted his father in the distance. The strongest member of the Uchiha clan. Fugaku. Itachi, tell me, what lies at the end of this carnage? I showed you the future of our race, do you want me to see a different outcome? Fugaku's face was icy cold. Looking at his son, Fugaku finally let out a soft sigh, and he quickly vanished into thin air. Itachi quickly returned home, a place that used to be warm and welcoming. Now, however, Itachi was extremely cautious and apprehensive. He pushed open the door and saw his parents kneeling on the floor, completely unsuspecting. I don't want to kill my own son. Seeing Fugaku Uchiha give up so easily, everyone watching the video was immediately filled with question marks. Onoji. 4th Raikage. Mizukage Shimaime. Mamakai Zabuza, is Fugaku just giving this away for free? Uchiha Izuna, awesome, Fugaku, you really know how to endure. Uchiha Fugaku. The scene continues. Fugaku gave Itachi his final words, Itachi, promise me one last thing, take good care of Sasuke. I'm entrusting Sasuke to you from now on. Itachi burst into tears upon hearing his parents' answer. He has already chosen this path, and there's no turning back now. Fugaku soon died at the hands of his own son. Review complete. Uchiha Sarada, I never imagined that Grandpa would die like this. You know Iwabe, he's a good father. Mitsuki, if Fugaku wanted to make a move, Itachi wouldn't stand a chance, would he? Kisame Hoshigaki, I never imagined that Itachi-san had such a past. The land of hot water. Kisame held an umbrella for Itachi Uchiha. Itachi shook his head. He stood alone outside in the rain, letting the raindrops fall on him. Mr. Itachi, you might catch a cold if you get caught in the rain. Kisame hesitated before continuing. Itachi fell silent, he didn't understand either. Was my decision back then right or wrong? Omegakure village. Pain stared at the imagery high in the sky, his eyes cold. Humph, to put it bluntly, it's because their strength is too weak. Indeed, only by making the world feel pain can peace be achieved. Pain looked up at the sky, letting the rain slide down his face. Pure land space. Hashirama and Tobirama watched the video, their faces filled with heartache. They never expected the Uchiha clan to suffer such unfair treatment in Konoha. Tobirama Senju, monkey, come out here. Hiruzen Sarutobi, master, I'm here. Tobirama Senju, how could Konoha's formidable fighting force suddenly become like this? Answer me. Hiruzen Sarutobi, sensei. I really did my best. Hashirama Senju, I'm furious. Orochimaru, first Hokage, you probably don't know this. Hiruzen repeatedly indulged his old friend Danzo. Danzo even conducted human experiments in the village, committing heinous acts. Hiruzen didn't seem to object to their research into wood-release ninjutsu. Hiruzen Sarutobi, Orochimaru, shut up right now. Jiraiya, Orochimaru, stop talking. I'm coming to arrest you. Orochimaru, maybe I'm in Konoha. Senju Tsunade. Hokage's office. Hiruzen took a deep drag on his cigarette. He looked at the messages in the chat group, his expression grim. He had indeed considered protecting Danzo, but he never expected. Danzo has done so many beastly things. He thought Danzo would at most capture a ninja from an enemy village and conduct human experiments on him. Now, Raza, barely suppressing the urge to lick his lips, watched Hiruzen with a smile. I'm so sorry to have made you laugh, Lord Fengying. It's all right, I don't mind. Orochimaru, disguised as Raza, shook his head. Retrieving the next inventory item. Draw successful. Next up, let's talk about Itachi Uchiha. Uchiha Sarada, a review of Uncle? When will we review Dad? Boruto Uzumaki, yeah, I also want to see Sasuke's master's performance. During the Boruto era, several Konoha villagers looked at the conversation high in the sky with disdain. There are rumors that Sasuke's strength is equivalent to the 7th Hokage. Do you believe it? I don't believe it anyway, it's probably just a boast. Sasuke has lost an arm, he looks so weak, how could he possibly defeat the 7th Hokage? The villagers spoke in a cold tone. Of course. Most people are still normal, they're just bored. They wouldn't mock a disabled person. Although nobody really believes Sasuke is that strong. High up. The scene suddenly shifts, and Itachi Uchiha's weakened face appears on the screen. His opposite is Sasuke. Viewers of the video immediately raised questions. No. What's going on? Chapter 9. Uchiha Itachi, as expected, so it was my turn in the final round of evaluations. Boruto Uzumaki, by the way, just what kind of person is Sasuke's master's older brother? Sasuke Uchiha, Itachi, what are you hiding from me? The scene continues. Sasuke was panting heavily. Is this how you wanted me to die? Uchiha Itachi's words had barely left his lips. Sasuke's pupils contracted sharply. He's not dead yet? You know, Sasuke just used a Kirin attack. Uchiha Mikoto, was it really necessary to do it this way? Uchiha Fugaku, Mikoto, this is Itachi's choice, let's respect it. Uchiha Sasuke, what are you guys hiding from me? Tobirama Senju, silly child, why didn't your brother kill you when he killed the whole family? Uchiha Sasuke, The scene continues. Without this, I really would have been killed. Itachi said weakly. In an instant, a burst of red light suddenly surged up, bringing with it a violent sense of shock. Bang! Behind Itachi Uchiha, a gigantic skeleton suddenly appeared out of nowhere. The skeleton gradually took on a substantial form. Without this, I might really have been killed. Itachi Uchiha raised his head, his eyes staring unfocused into the distance. Under everyone's gaze, Itachi Uchiha exuded an overwhelming sense of oppression. Holy crap, it seems like every member of the Uchiha clan is incredibly strong. Kino Iwabe, I naively thought that the 3 Tomo form was the strongest state of the Uchiha clan. Raymon Electric, me too. Uchiha Sarada, uncle is amazing. This Susanoo is completely different from Shisui's. Uchiha Shisui, Itachi's talent far surpasses mine. The scene continues. You've really gotten stronger, Sasuke. Itachi Uchiha weakly moved forward. This time, I'll show you my final trump card. Susanoo technique. Itachi's tone was icy as he stared at the massive red outline in the distance, while Sasuke's expression turned cautious. Because of the previous fight, his chakra was exhausted. He was completely unable to resist Orochimaru's possession. In a short moment, the Yamata no Orokai emerged from his shoulder. Staring at Orochimaru in the distance, Itachi Uchiha's eyes were icy cold. He had finally forced out the person he wanted to force out. So all that's left is to deal with Orochimaru, then entrust my Sharingan to Sasuke, and everything will be over. Itachi Uchiha weakly advanced forward. Orochimaru controlled the Yamata no Orokai and rushed over quickly. Itachi, wielding the Totsuka blade, severed one of the snake's heads. Bang! The snake's head fell to a distance, immediately causing a violent tremor. Orochimaru's remaining snake heads then charged forward. Itachi held the Yata no Kagami in his hand. He blocked Orochimaru's attack, and then thrust his Totsuka blade into the distance. In an instant, Orochimaru only had 3 heads left. Upon seeing this, the pupils of everyone watching the video contracted sharply. 2 divine weapons. Why did 2 legendary weapons in ninja history end up in the hands of Itachi Uchiha? Boruto Uzumaki, why do I feel like Itachi is even more powerful than Sasuke? Uchiha Izuna, holy crap, why is Uchiha Itachi's Susanoo so powerfully equipped? Uchiha Madara, a Totsuka blade and a Yata mirror, these two divine weapons are in the hands of one person. Uchiha Sasuke, no, this is impossible. Sasuke, watching the scene from high above, broke down in despair. He never imagined his brother was so amazing. Compared to her older brother, he's completely vulnerable now, utterly vulnerable. The scene continues. The two snakeheads quickly coiled around the weasel. Itachi broke free from Susanoo's control, leaving only the last snakehead remaining. Orochimaru felt fear for the first time. His body was covered in mucus. And so it gradually emerged from the snake's lips. Itachi stared at Orochimaru in the distance, his tone icy. What was supposed to appear has appeared. Itachi finally breathed a sigh of relief, he had finally forced Orochimaru to reveal himself. Orochimaru grinned sinisterly, spitting out the Kusanagi sword, which was covered in sticky mucus, from his mouth. Those watching the video felt uneasy upon seeing this. Boruto Uzumaki, that guy named Orochimaru is disgusting. Uchiha Sarada, indeed, why is my whole body covered in slime? Snake Month, Dad and Mom. Everyone, hey! During the Boruto era, the younger generation looked at Mitsuki with blank expressions. No. What did you just shout, see you? Is this guy in the video both your dad and your mom? Holy crap, everyone was completely dumbfounded this time. Seeing everyone's bewildered expressions, Mitsuki nodded gently. Yes, the guy in the video is my mom, and also my dad. He gave birth to me. Hey! Boruto's forehead was covered in sweat. This is the person in the video male or female? Sarada, standing to the side, adjusted her glasses. After carefully comparing the appearances of Mitsuki and Orochimaru, I must say, they do look somewhat alike. Jiraiya, Orochimaru, it's been a while. How come you're so disgusting? Tsunade, indeed, Orochimaru, how can you be so disgusting? Orochimaru, I'm just pursuing the art of immortality. Uchiha Sasuke, am I being possessed by Orochimaru in this video? Uchiha Sarada, wait a minute. I saw in my textbook that my father's teacher was Orochimaru, right? Uchiha Sasuke, young in a sense, yes. All right. Sasuke, who was still out investigating information about the Otsutsuki clan, saw his daughter's statement. He spoke softly. However, it sounds very cold to outsiders. Boruto Uzumaki, Master Sasuke, you've finally spoken. When are you coming back to the village? Hurry up and teach me ninjutsu. Uchiha Sasuke, young haste makes waste, pineapple head, haven't you heard that saying? Boruto Uzumaki, alright then. Naruto Uzumaki, young actually, dad could teach you too, strong implication. JPG. Kushina Uzumaki, is this Boruto my grandson? He's so cute, he looks exactly like Naruto when he was little. Minato Namikaze, yeah, he looks just like Naruto. The scene continues. Looking at the disgusting Orochimaru in the distance, even White Zetsu and Black Zetsu couldn't help but complain. Why is this guy so disgusting every time he appears? This is it, I've been waiting for this moment. Orochimaru's lips curled up as he stared at the blood-red giant in the distance, his eyes filled with barely concealed excitement. Chapter 10. Boruto Uzumaki, Itachi in the video, things don't look too good. Uchiha Izumi, Itachi became like this because of me, I'm sorry. Uchiha Itachi, Izumi. Kisame Hoshigaki, Itachi-san is such a kind person. Hiruzen Sarutobi, sigh. Itachi, you and Obito are both good kids. It's all my fault for being so indecisive. Tobirama Senju, monkey, are you sure Obito is dead? Hiruzen Sarutobi, teacher, what do you mean by that? A pure land. Hey, I think you could reduce your suspicions a bit. That Obito kid is pretty good. Hashirama looked at his younger brother, his tone somewhat helpless. My younger brother is great in every way, except he's so suspicious all the time. Obito looks so sunny and cheerful, he probably really likes children, right? Naruto Uzumaki, second Hokage, I think Obito feels a little warm inside for some reason. Minato Namikaze, haha, silly child, when you were born, your uncle Obito didn't put any heat packs on you. Obito Uchiha. Obito is starting to panic. If he remembers correctly. Did you stick explosive tags on Naruto when he was born? That doesn't make sense either. Can that be called an explosive tag? Those are called hand warmers. I was worried that Naruto might be cold since he was just born, so I put a heat pack on him. Obito thought to himself, trying to lessen his guilt. Kushina Uzumaki, yes, I was happy to see Obito too. Obito Uchiha, ahem. The scene continues. Thanks to you, the chakra Sasuke used to suppress me has also disappeared. Orochimaru's voice was low and hoarse. I'm going to take this opportunity to seize that child's body, and then... Orochimaru became more and more excited as he spoke. When Itachi heard that this guy wanted to take over his younger brother's body, his eyes immediately turned furious. He drew his Totsuka blade and swiftly pierced Orochimaru's chest. Bang! Orochimaru scoffed, how could such an attack possibly harm him? He has now become the ultimate being. But the next second, Orochimaru's face froze. Holy crap! What's causing this feeling of oppression? So, Sasuke, what are you going to do next? The Totsuka blade in Itachi's hand began to absorb Orochimaru's body. Orochimaru gradually peeled off like viscous fluid. WWW, could it be the Totsuka blade? Itachi never expected you'd been hiding this all this time. Orochimaru looked anxious. What's with that sword? Baiju asked, bewildered. The Totsuka blade is... Black Zetsu began to explain the principles of the Totsuka blade. Simply put, this sword is an ancient divine weapon from the history of the kingdom of Sakura. According to rumors, Susanoo once used this sword to slay the Yamata no Orokai. Now this sword has passed into the hands of Itachi Uchiha. Once struck by this blade, no matter how powerful you are, you will be sealed within an illusionary world. Forever. Upon hearing the principles behind the Totsuka sword, everyone who had just watched the video gasped in astonishment. Kino Iwabe, Sarada, your uncle is terrifying. Raymond Electric, I'm afraid even the power of technology can't defeat this move. Metally, I'm so nervous watching this. Uchiha Sarada, is this my uncle's strength? During the Boruto era, Sarada was completely bewildered. She never imagined that her family history contained so many powerful figures. Shisui's older brother has cage-level strength, and his uncle and grandfather both have peak cage-level strength. The only thing I don't know right now is how my father is doing. There should be at least one cage-level character, right? Sarada felt a sense of anticipation. The scene continues. It's all over, Sasuke. Itachi weakly moved forward. Now, to prevent Orochimaru from escaping, the weasel even used Amaterasu to burn all the small snakes around it to death. The weasel coughed, and blood gushed from its palm. Watching Itachi Uchiha approaching him from afar, Sasuke's face was filled with terror as he retreated continuously. Mizukage me Terumi, we're doomed, Uchiha Itachi is going to gouge out Sasuke's eyes next. Fourth Raikage, is this the legendary power of the Uchiha? If that's the case, I can barely handle it. Oniki, you're still too naive. You have no idea about Madara Uchiha's power. Oniki looked at the Raikage's words with disdain. How could he not know how strong Madara Uchiha was? Fourth Kazekage Raza, that kid Oniki just talks about Uchiha Madara all day long. Pain, humph, I am a god. Do you think Madara Uchiha can defeat me? The scene continues. Itachi was coughing up large amounts of blood, his body had reached its limit. His life will soon come to an end. Sasuke stared at his weakened brother in the distance, his eyes filled with murderous intent. He took a kunai from his pocket and threw it far away. Bang! A violent explosion came from afar, but Itachi activated the Yata mirror and blocked the attack. Itachi weakly extended his finger into the air, and slowly continued forward. My eyes! Sasuke's pupils contracted, and he kept backing away. With no way to retreat, Sasuke had no choice but to continue throwing out a series of explosive tags. But all of this was to no avail. Sasuke's face was filled with terror. He drew the Kusanagi sword from his robes and leaped into the air. Sasuke gripped the blade with both hands and swiftly stabbed at Itachi Uchiha's Yata mirror. Bang! Sasuke was quickly thrown back, his body slamming into a wall some distance away. Itachi also took this opportunity to come to Sasuke. As always, he stretched out his finger and raised it in mid-air. Sasuke's face was filled with terror. He kept backing away, rubbing against the wall behind him. But he was greeted by Itachi Uchiha's gentle voice. The weasel's lips weakly curled upwards. Sasuke heard that familiar voice. The pupils contracted violently. Before he could even react, a bloody hand touched his forehead. Itachi had completed all his tasks. His mission has come to an end. He collapsed weakly against the wall in front of him, making a thud. His body then gradually tilted to one side, and finally he fell to the ground. Sasuke was panting heavily, his face filled with terror. Now, high in the sky, the aurora borealis, following the raindrops, quickly formed a protective ring around the area. That's how Sasuke was protected. Sasuke, finally overwhelmed, collapsed to the ground. Seeing Itachi Uchiha fall down, the Akatsuki members were shocked. Sasuke was this strong? Pain, Sasuke actually defeated Itachi. Deidara, so, the Sasuke in the video is stronger than Itachi. Hiden, but why do I feel like Itachi is holding back? Uchiha Itachi. Chapter 11. Akatsuki Organization. Facing the gaze of the crowd, Itachi looked embarrassed. He probably let the game slide in the video, right? No. Rather than saying it's releasing water, it's more like releasing the sea. Fun fact. When Itachi fought Sasuke, he used his full strength. Because he was afraid he might accidentally kill Sasuke. Therefore, Itachi fought this battle with extreme seriousness. Kisame Hashigaki, Itachi-san, did you truly understand yourself before you died? Uchiha Shisui, Itachi, so this is your choice. Uchiha Sarada, I feel so sorry for my dad when I was little, he was always being hidden from and deceived. Sasuke Uchiha, Itachi, why didn't you kill me back then? Sasuke's face was full of self-reproach. I haven't thought of that yet. The guy he's always wanted revenge on. In the end, it turned out that he loved himself the most. Sasuke's mentality collapsed. Because it was too devastating. His two-tomo began to spin rapidly. It quickly turned into a three-tomo jade. System, review complete. Next up, Edo Itachi. Boruto Uzumaki, what is Edo Itachi? Kakashi Hatake, is it the impure world reincarnation technique? Konoha Street. Kakashi looked at the scene high in the sky with a strange expression. It's impossible that Itachi Uchiha was resurrected later on, right? The scene continues. Sasuke tore off the bandages. He emerged from the dark alley, looking incredibly handsome. Just like the audience here. Sasuke burned several white zetsu to death. He looked around at the heavy rain, his face completely bewildered. Where did this come from? Is this still the ninja world? Why is there nobody here? Sasuke walked towards the woods ahead and soon encountered a familiar figure from behind. Pupil constriction. Time seemed to stand still at this moment. Uchiha Itachi, dressed in a red robe, stood on a tree. Sasuke turned his head in horror. Seeing this scene, the viewers of the video were all shocked. Uchiha Sarada, what's going on? Has uncle come back to life? Uchiha Itachi, it seems someone in the future ninja world will use the impure world reincarnation technique to cause chaos. Naruto Uzumaki, are you kidding me? You actually resurrected such a powerful savior as Itachi. Uchiha Madara, is Itachi really that strong? He seems just average. Fourth Hokage, Madara Uchiha is just being stubborn. Pain, I am a god. If I had the chance, I'd like to have a one-on-one fight with Madara Uchiha. Pure Land Space. Madara Uchiha looked at Pain's statement with disdain. Pain's Rinnegan all used his. What right do you have to challenge him? The scene shifts back to a few days ago. Itachi and Nagato supported each other, walking out of the grove. Soon they encountered Kinmei in the distance, along with Killer Bee. Without much talk, the two sides started fighting immediately. But Nagato and Itachi are, after all, seniors, in terms of practical experience and strength. Jinming and Killer Bee were no match for them and were quickly forced into a retreat. Killer Bee stared blankly at Itachi Uchiha in the distance. Was this guy killed by Sasuke back then? Kuno Iwabe, this old man's eyes are hilarious. Xiao-chun, so, when Itachi fought Sasuke one-on-one, did he hold back? Deidara, no, he didn't hold back at all, in fact, Itachi fought very seriously. Kakuzu, in a sense, indeed. Now, Killer Bee was repeatedly defeated and forced to retreat. He's no match for Itachi Uchiha. This thing from the underworld. How did Sasuke defeat him back then? Now, the reversal happened quickly. The two fighters are still fighting below. The weasel quickly disengaged from the battle and stood atop the wingless bird's head. The three Tomo Sharingan in his eyes began to rotate, quickly transforming into complex patterns. The next second, Naruto's pupils contracted as he met Naruto's gaze. He felt a sharp pain in his throat. A live crow crawled out of his beak. Naruto spat out the live crow, covered in saliva. The scene looks extremely disgusting. As expected, it appeared. Itachi's eyes were filled with complex emotions. Killer Bee stared intently at the sky. Is Naruto under a genjutsu? Why did a crow emerge from his mouth? Hinata Hyuga, Naruto-kun, did you eat something bad? Hyuga Niji, it doesn't look like it. It's probably just Itachi Uchiha's genjutsu. Uchiha Shisui, Itachi, could it be that you? Uchiha Itachi, that's right. Onoji. Fourth Hokage, can you please stop being a riddle maker here? Second Mizukage Hojiki Gengetsu, I don't understand, what's going on? Uchiha Sarada, uncle, do you have some backup plan to break free from this impure world reincarnation jutsu? Uchiha Itachi, well, strictly speaking, it's my trump card. This is my strongest genjutsu, Koda Amatsu Kami. Now, seeing Itachi's comment, everyone gasped. Holy crap! Only then did everyone remember. It seems that Uchiha Shisui entrusted his eyes to Itachi before. Back to the screen. Why did a crow fly out of my mouth? Naruto's voice sounded somewhat distressed. Bloody tears streamed down Itachi's face as he stared at the crows below. In an instant, the Koda Amatsu Kami technique was thus activated on Itachi. Camera switching. Inside the cave, Kabuto Yakushi, who was still secretly manipulating the ninja world from behind the scenes, was visibly shocked. What's going on? What's happening? In his perception, one of the pieces broke free of his control and became a legitimate chess player. Holy crap! Upon seeing this, the viewers of the video were filled with shock. Especially the younger generation. They initially thought the history taught in textbooks was all fabricated. I can't believe it actually happened before. Uchiha Sarada, I remember it being said in history, during the Fourth Shinobi World War, a large number of the dead were resurrected. Obito Uzumaki, I never imagined such a history actually existed. Uchiha Shisui, Itachi has now broken free from the control of that guy in the video. Pain, I never imagined things would turn out this way. Omegakure village. Inside a cave. Nagato coughed violently, and he looked extremely weak. I never imagined that my future self would be defeated, and even controlled by someone using the impure world reincarnation technique. Nagato, calm down. Xiao Nan, standing to the side, supported him with a worried expression. No problem, let's continue watching the video. I want to see how the plot develops next. Nagato stared at the sky high above, her eyes turning cold. The scene continues. Isn't it Amaterasu? Nagato looked at Uchiha Itachi with a strange expression. Now. The crow just landed on Naruto's shoulder and affectionately nuzzled his cheek. I never expected it to turn out like this. Itachi's expression was somewhat complicated, and he quickly activated Amaterasu. But Amaterasu's target was none other than Cerberus. The three-headed dog, feeling the searing pain, let out a mournful howl. Naruto quickly widened the gap. He stood on a treetop in the distance, staring at the three-headed dog below, his face filled with shock. That crow is yours, isn't it? What did you do with it? Nagato looked at Itachi with a puzzled expression. Itachi's eyes were calm. The scene changes again. Do looked at the chessboard below. His pupils dilated in shock. He was careless. In his understanding, no one resurrected through the impure world reincarnation technique has ever been able to escape its control. But Itachi Uchiha was different. He actually broke free from Kabuto's control. Niji Hyuga, can a caged bird break free from its fate? Chapter 12. Orochimaru, Kyubizu, I never expected that you would be the one to start the Fourth Shinobi World War. Yakushi Kabuto, me. Obito Uchiha. Boruto Uzumaki, no matter what, this is going too far, to start a war and desecrate the souls of the dead. Uchiha Sarada, that's right, that's correct. The scene continues. It's a success. Itachi spoke slowly. Hearing Itachi say that, Nagato understood everything that had happened. I see. The next second, Itachi activated Amaterasu. And so Nagato's body was set ablaze. Nagato lacks mobility. He quickly fell from the bird's back to the ground. Seeing this scene, the people watching the video were all filled with surprise. Holy crap! That Uchiha Itachi is incredibly smart. They actually thought of using Kota Amatsukami's illusion technique. Control over the impure world reincarnation. Orochimaru, truly worthy of Itachi. Once outside the cave, Orochimaru looked at the scene high in the sky and licked his lips. Especially looking at Itachi Uchiha's handsome face in the picture. Orochimaru was getting more and more excited as he watched. Lord Orochimaru, do you really intend to take over Itachi's body? Kabuto asked hesitantly. After all, Itachi Uchiha possessed two divine weapons. The Totsuka blade could easily seal Orochimaru. Let the bullets fly a little longer, no rush, go. The scene continues. The weasel landed on a distant branch. Naruto watched Itachi cautiously. Itachi shook his head and explained to Naruto that he had broken free from the control. Uchiha Itachi, next, we just need to deal with Nagato. If we also eliminate that sorcerer who's secretly manipulating things, then the war will be over, right? Uchiha Sasuke, so, that's how I ended up running into you while I was wandering around in the woods. Uchiha Itachi, Sasuke, I'm sorry, I originally intended to keep this a secret from you. Sasuke Uchiha, why didn't you kill me that day? Uchiha Itachi, because. Brother, please don't kill me. Kisame Hoshigaki. In a field of rapeseed flowers. Kisame stared blankly at Itachi's statement. Mr. Itachi, does this string of text have any special meaning? No, I didn't say anything just now. I guess it's the system messing around. Itachi shook his head. Uchiha Sasuke. Alright. Sasuke is in a bit of an awkward situation right now. Think back carefully. I seem to have been terrified of Itachi killing me when I was a child. I was running really fast back then. He begged Itachi Uchiha not to kill him. I can't believe how fast time flies. The scene continues. Itachi explained to the two of them. The two were shocked by Itachi's answer. I never knew there were such powerful illusions. Such powerful illusion magic. It's actually on Itachi-san? Onaki, so, it's like Itachi Uchiha still has Koda Amatsukami that he hasn't used yet. Shimura Danzo, humph, you evil Uchiha Itachi, don't even think about using this genjutsu on me. Konoha's high-ranking officials. Danzo, after being reminded by Onaki. He immediately understood what had happened. Simply put. To guard against him, Itachi had never used this strongest genjutsu. Staying until the end. Finally, as a last resort, he used Koda Amatsukami to break free from the control of the impure world reincarnation. This is the scenario Danzo envisioned, of course, the reality is. He's far too weak, he's not worth using Koda Amatsukami at all. The scene continues. Itachi explained the principles of Koda Amatsukami to the two of them. Itachi believed that only those who secretly protect everything can be called ninjas. Looking at Naruto before him, Itachi found a new ninja way in him. Since that's the case. So, I'll leave Sasuke to Naruto from now on. Naruto looked at Itachi in front of him with a complicated expression. By the way, why didn't you continue using Koda Amatsukami to control Sasuke back then? Killer Bee asked curiously. It's not that I didn't want to use it, it's that I simply couldn't use it. Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan can only be used every 10 years or more, unless one has Hashirama Senju's chakra. Besides, I need to use my death to get Sasuke to do many things. Itachi, thank you so much for your trust in me. You don't need to worry about me anymore. You've sacrificed too much for the village, leave the rest to me. Naruto's eyes were resolute. Looking at Naruto in front of him. The weasel's lips curled into a smile. His brother is so lucky to have such a friend. Camera angle change. Nagato, lying on the ground, quickly used Shinra Tensei to deflect the flames from his body. Nagato's originally shattered body. It began to rapidly recover, like scraps of paper. He opened his eyes. They disappeared from the spot. Naruto sensed something was wrong. He nervously looked around. The next moment, Nagato, hiding inside the chameleon, launched Shinra Tensei. Bang! A violent repulsive force struck, sending Naruto flying, and Killer Bee was not spared either. In an instant, Nagato approached Killer Bee from behind. Killer Bee reacted swiftly, transforming into his tailed beast form and grabbing at Nagato. Nagato, as expected, did not dodge the attack. His body was struck by the knife. Everyone was shocked by what they saw. I never expected Nagato to make a mistake. Tobirama Senju, something doesn't seem right. Hashirama Senju, I noticed it too, something's not right. Uchiha Shisui, I don't understand. What's wrong with this? Uchiha Izuna, +1, it's impossible that Nagato took that hit on purpose, right? The scene continues. The Hungry Ghost Realm. Nagato spoke weakly. Killer Bee's chakra was completely absorbed by Nagato. Nagato suddenly looked several years younger. His grey hair quickly turned a bright red. Nagato decisively fired a shot. Knock Killer Bee far away. Naruto looked anxious. He was bound by a chameleon the moment he landed. Nagato quickly arrived in front of Naruto. He slapped Naruto in the stomach. Then he pulled out a sharp. Naruto's soul was thus ripped out. Naruto's face was filled with terror. He reached out and tugged at his own soul. Although I don't know what it is, I have a bad feeling. If this gets involved, I'm afraid I'll die. The atmosphere suddenly became tense. The chameleon began to observe its surroundings. As Nagato's other eye. Nagato tugged at Naruto's soul, his eyes cold. Now. Naruto's face was full of anxiety. He never expected that Nagato would know all of Pain's techniques, and even a combination of them. Naruto doesn't have time to think about these things now. He conjured a raise nan. He slammed the fist down on Nagato, who was standing right in front of him. Nagato decisively activated his blue shield, absorbing the raise nan in front of him. Seeing this scene, those watching the video were shocked. Holy crap! Nagato is just too strong. In just a few seconds, they subdued the two Jinchuriki of the tailed beasts. Naruto Uzumaki, oh no! My future self has been captured. Uchiha Itachi, calm down, Naruto. Uchiha Sarada, I never imagined that the 7th Hokage was so impatient when he was young. You know Iwabe, by the way, shouldn't the 7th Hokage be an elite jonin? Naruto Uzumaki, young actually, I'm a genin. Everyone. Chapter 13. Alright. The younger generation is a bit confused. No. Was the 7th Hokage a genin? Uchiha Sarada, wait a minute, the 7th Hokage is a genin. Boruto Uzumaki, hey. Dad, you're not kidding, are you? Naruto Uzumaki, young ha ha ha. Because of my youth, I've never been promoted to Chunin. Uchiha Itachi, this is truly unbelievable. The scene continues. Seeing his raise nan being absorbed, Naruto felt a headache coming on. Oh no, what should I do next? Nagato, what kind of ninjutsu is that? Tell me quickly. Naruto's face was full of anxiety. Nagato remained silent, he was now completely controlled. At this moment, Pain, who was watching the video, fell silent. Pain, Kabuto, you don't seem to know how to use the power of the gods. Kabuto Yakushi, oh dear, the Rinnegan is just too difficult to control. Uchiha Madara, you can simply pull the soul out from his head, then use Shinra Tensei to send him flying. The soul can be easily and clearly extracted without any unnecessary trouble. Orochimaru, is this the Rinnegan? It's incredibly powerful. Hiruzen Sarutobi, Orochimaru, you traitor, what are you planning to do? The scene continues. The path of hell. Nagato's eyes were icy. The ground trembled in the distance, and a gigantic Yama emerged. Staring at this familiar king of hell, Naruto's expression turned anxious. Now, Killer Bee couldn't stand it any longer, so he rushed to the battlefield, intending to cut off Nagato's arm. At the critical moment, Nagato, anticipating this, raised his hand and grabbed Killer Bee by the neck. Seeing this scene, the viewers of the video were plunged into despair once again. Holy crap! That's incredible! Nagato single-handedly overpowered and utterly defeated two Jinchuriki of tailed beasts. What should we do next? Where did Itachi Uchiha go? Uchiha Sarada, it's over, something's happened to the 7th Hokage. Boruto Uzumaki, Sasuke-sensei, where did you go? Uchiha Sasuke, based on the previous timeline, I'm probably still unconscious. Uchiha Itachi, don't panic, I'm on my way. Mizukage Mei Terumi, even if Itachi arrives, he'll be noticed, after all, there are so many Rinnegan. Uchiha Itachi, every technique has its fatal weakness. The scene continues. Nagato mobilized the power of the Azura path. Killer Bee was bound tightly. Subsequently, the laser on his arm began to slowly rotate, aiming at Killer Bee's head. Naruto's soul was being torn apart, and Killer Bee's life was hanging by a thread. Alright. How should we fight this time? Kirabe struggled incessantly, but to no avail. The scene became tense. At this time, a red blade swiftly sliced through the ground and hurtled towards them from afar. With a pff sound. Thump. Nagato's arm was severed by the giant blade. He staggered back a few steps. The fiery red giant grabbed Naruto and Killer Bee with both hands. Seeing this scene, the viewers of the video were completely bewildered. No, didn't Nagato summon 2 more spirits around him? Those 2 psychics have the Rinnegan to observe, so why didn't I see them? The scene shifts. Even before arriving, the weasel was hiding in the corner. He blinded the spirit's eyes with Kunao, which prevented Nagato from discovering him. Susanoo. Itachi stepped on the stone slab. His body detached from Susanoo, looking quite cool. Upon seeing this scene, everyone watching the video gasped in shock. Obito Uzumaki, so handsome. I feel like Sasuke's master's older brother is handsome too. Uchiha Sasuke, so. I could do it too if I felt like it. Pain, humph, even if you were included in this period, you might not be a match for me. Uchiha Sasuke. Deidara, the sky is clear, the rain has stopped, and Sasuke feels like he's back to his old self. Within the Akatsuki organization, Itachi breathed a sigh of relief when he saw that Naruto and Killer Bee were unharmed in the video. Kisame, standing to the side, smirked, as expected of Itachi-san. The scene continues. Nagato collapsed to the ground, weakly propping herself up. The next moment, the severed arm quickly healed. Bang bang bang! The 2 spirits standing behind Nagato quickly turned into smoke and dissipated. Nagato's body gradually recovered, and he quickly clasped his hands together, kneading them into a small black ball. Planetary devastation. They're here. Watch out! Itachi looked anxious. The small black ball slowly rose into the sky. Soon, a tremendous gravitational force came. The ground collapsed extensively, and numerous rocks detached irregularly from the ground and rose into the air. The entire scene is visually striking. The viewers of the video gasped in shock. Holy crap, the scale of this planetary explosion is outrageous. Killer Bee, using a stand to unleash a powerful attack, oh yeah, that's so pure. 4th Hokage, UBD, can you please stop singing? It's really awful. Minato Namikaze, what should Naruto do next? Kushina Uzumaki, Itachi is in the video, so nothing should happen, right? The scene continues. Everyone was shocked as they stared at the small black sphere high in the sky. What is that? During the Boruto era, the younger generation stared in shock at the sky. Wow, that's amazing, such a massive amount of chakra, is it really possible for a ninja to do that? Raymond Electric looked shocked. It's obviously impossible. Akaizuno Wasabi's lips trembled. What will the 7th Hokage do next? Iwabe asked, equally shocked. In shell tissue. Kawaki looked at Naruto's warm expression high in the sky, his eyes filled with complex emotions. In a few minutes, he would be trained by Sixian. I really don't know when I'll be able to escape this shell organization. The scene continues. I've fallen for this trick before, once you're sucked in, it's game over. Naruto looked anxious. Itachi appeared very calm. He turned his head and looked at Naruto with a puzzled expression. Naruto, if you'd been sucked up there, you'd be done for. How are you still alive? As soon as he finished speaking, Naruto was completely dumbfounded. Forward. Tobirama Senju, why do I always feel like Naruto is like my older brother? Hashirama Senju, does it really look that similar? Tobirama Senju, very similar. Hashirama Senju, in what way are they similar? Uchiha Madara, you two are equally idiotic. Pure land space. Madara Uchiha couldn't stand it anymore. Hashirama Senju was a complete idiot. Chapter 14. Shimura Danzo, humph, this Naruto is so naive. Can he really be a good 7th Hokage? I have my doubts about his abilities. Tobirama Senju, Danzo, what are you trying to say? Shimura Danzo, Sensei, I request to become Hokage. Konoha can only become stronger under my leadership. Pure land space. Tobirama Senju nearly died of anger upon seeing his disciple's remarks. The Uchiha clan was wiped out by Danzo. Konoha village has been thrown into chaos by Danzo. Tobirama Senju, get out. Shimura Danzo. Hiruzen Sarutobi, Danzo, the Hokage of Konoha is a deep and complex place, you really can't handle it. The scene continues. Naruto looked anxious. Listen carefully, once it grabs you, there's no escape. It will use immense strength to immobilize you. I only managed to escape last time because of the Nine Tails Berserk mode. Naruto, we need to calm down to analyze the situation. Itachi interrupted Naruto. He looked up at the black sphere high in the sky. Thoughts raced through my mind. Assuming the black sphere high in the sky is the core, then we only need to destroy it. The three of us each used our strongest long-range ninjutsu. Seeing Itachi's calm and composed demeanor, the viewers of the video looked somewhat shocked. Is this one of the strongest members of the Uchiha clan? This composure in the face of danger. He's so handsome. Uchiha Sarada, uncle is so calm. If it were me, I wouldn't be able to think of a solution at all. Akaizuno Wasabi, yet. Sarada's family is really terrifying. Kisame Hashigaki, as expected of Itachi-san. Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Sasuke, it's nothing special, I could do it too, if it just happened on a whim. The scene continues. Naruto was somewhat unsteady on his feet. After all, the stone was constantly shaking. It's impossible to calm down and aim at something high in the sky. We can hit it without aiming. We can turn the tables and use that powerful suction force. Itachi Uchiha said calmly. Every ninjutsu, no matter what kind, will have its weaknesses. Now, Itachi's Susanoo began to condense. The Yasakani no Megatama was thrown out. Killer Bee also began to condense a tailed beast ball. Naruto nodded and began to knead the Raise Nan. All three attacks were thrown into the air at once. Bang! A violent explosion occurred high in the sky, detonating instantly. The violent explosion began to spread. Transformed into a beam of white light. It just swallowed everything around it. The white light gradually disappeared. A massive red sword swiftly pierced Nagato's abdomen. Itachi's attack was extremely fast. Nagato didn't even have time to react. Next. His body will then be sealed inside the Totsuka blade. Nagato quickly regained her senses. I'm so sorry, Itachi. Have you regained your senses? This is the Totsuka blade, Itachi explained calmly. Do you have any last words? Upon hearing this, Nagato sighed softly, looking at Naruto with tender eyes. I will continue to protect your story. In my eyes, you are the final chapter of the trilogy. During Nagato's delivery of his last words, accompanied by touching background music, everyone watching the video was instantly moved to tears. Jiraiya, what's going on? My future self is dead. Nagato Uzumaki, which BD killed Jiraiya-sensei? Jiraiya, Nagato, I have a feeling it's you. Nagato Uzumaki, how could I possibly do such a heinous thing? If Jiraiya-sensei were to die, I would definitely bring a whole bunch of my brothers to see you off. Orochimaru, sigh, if Hiruzen-sensei were to die, I'd be so anxious I'd die. Hiruzen Sarutobi, humph, Orochimaru, you traitor. Hokage's office. Hiruzen glanced at Orochimaru's chat messages, a smirk playing on his lips. Although he verbally expresses his dislike for Orochimaru. But hearing Orochimaru comfort him like this, Hiruzen's eyes gradually softened. A man who says one thing but means another. Orochimaru, disguised as Raza, glanced at Hiruzen with disdain. A little while later. He will kill Hiruzen. The scene continues. Jiraiya's phantom quickly appeared behind Nagato. The two of them gazed tenderly at Naruto. Nagato's body was then sealed inside the Totsuka blade. With Nagato sealed away, Itachi's next step is to stop Kabuto. After all, as a body reborn through the impure world reincarnation technique, he could sense a faint, almost imperceptible control. I'm going to stop the impure world reincarnation jutsu. Madara is in your hands now. Now. Seeing this scene, everyone was once again stunned. Onoji,